Okie When I'm thinking about the best way to describe Skinamarink, my mind wanders towards the analog horror series that have been making waves recently. Backrooms, Walten files, Mandela Catalogue, anything that looks like it's been recorded in the late 20th century. I wouldn't be surprised if I found out that the director had some sort of YouTube series online where he uploaded similarly shot videos or even proof of concepts for this film. Skinamarink follows two very young children, Kevin and Kaylee, getting ready for another good night's rest until they discover that any and all gateways to the outside world, windows or doors, have disappeared from sight, along with their father. Left to their own devices, we watch these kids in this sort of found footage style film, trying to figure out what's going on, why things continue to disappear, and whether or not they're actually alone. The way this movie is filmed very much leaves you in the dark, literally and figuratively. The camera is deliberately pointed at angles where we can only really make out the floor or the roof in front of us, or we're hyperfixating on an object like a Lego set or the TV. I hesitate to call this found footage because while they are usually filmed as a POV or point of view of the camera holder, Skinamarink seems to cut away to shots that don't make sense in context, like being able to see the legs of both Kevin and Kaylee. Shots that don't make sense until you consider that there may be more than one camera, one held by the children and one held by something else. Because of the way it's recorded, it's very hard to tell at times whose perspective we're looking at. For most of the film, the most we get are the legs mentioned before, so there are many times when the characters are off-screen moving stuff around. It really adds to the tension, as my eyes are oftentimes darting from one dark corner to the other, trying to decipher any clues as to what exactly is happening right now, who exactly we're following at this moment. Because of the analog camera, I'm often questioning any movement I spot, unsure if it's just the static and noise of the footage or a shadow that has moved behind a corner. Adding the fact that dialogue is very sparse, it delivers such a gripping experience that reminds me of hiding under a blanket as a child, questioning whether the clothes rack in the corner of my room is actually a nighttime visitor waiting for me to fall asleep. The sound design is amazing as well. For most of the film, we're left in silence, permeated by either the buzz of the camera or the cartoons playing in the background. It leaves me in this constant state of anticipation, waiting for something, anything, to interrupt the void. A flick of the switch, the whispers of fear, the rustle of toys in a toy box. Every single sound that reverberates into existence makes me jump in my seat, and that's something to applaud when a movie is able to keep you at that edge for pretty much its entire run. It really does feel like I'm in some sort of fever dream, some eternal nightmare. More and more things start to make less and less sense. Darkness shrouding every hallway, furniture moving to impossible locations, voices asking you to do as they say. It's honest to God fear. Hard to explain as information is limited, so our imagination fills in the blanks of what horrific being lurks in what was once a place of comfort and respite. If I had to guess what exactly has happened to Kevin and Kaylee, I would probably put my money on child abuse. It feels like a cheap guess because every horror film about family has something to do with abuse, but that seems to be where my mind heads towards. The disappearance of the father makes me think he either divorced and left the family or passed away. The missing doors and windows represent being trapped in a new reality without the one they relied on the most. When asked about the mother, Kaylee doesn't want to talk about her, which makes her sound like a sore subject to bring up. Near the end, the monster or whatever it is tells Kevin that I can do anything, which feels like how a child would perceive an adult, or their parents in specific. The most important people in your life that can do everything that you cannot. The monster takes away Kaylee's mouth so that she is unable to scream and call for help. I suspect it's a story about a controlling and abusive mother, perhaps becoming this way after the absence of the father, taking out her frustrations on her own children. Honestly, I'm not 100% on this being the meaning. There's probably stuff I've missed or misinterpreted, so I would be curious about what you guys think. Maybe there's someone already out there who's uploaded a better or different explanation for what exactly happens in Skinamarink. Thanks for watching. If you want me to stab my own eye, let me know in the comments below and tell me your thoughts while you're down there. Like and subscribe for more content. Let me know if there's something you'd like me to cover. I like to talk about anything that interests me. That's all I want to say. I hope you all have a good rest of your day.